All right, we're going to tuck it away, at least for this next segment. We have seen a bunch of poetic performances this season, right? A poetry in motion, especially some of this guard play that we've been seeing around the country. So we decided to play on that for this next segment. It's called Rhyme and Reason, because we're going to do a rhyme or a rap, if you're Ari Chambers, to kind of describe a storyline you're feeling good about right now in college basketball. So we're going to start with you, Miss Ari.
Okay, it's almost criminal because I know Plies do not kill me. I know you're a South Carolina fan. However, I'm going to apply your song Rock to my rap. Okay, here we go.
Go.
They take the rock, transition don't stop. Hannah and Liv got two-way unlocked. Sonya on wing, two king and block. Beat down the op with all that they got. They are on top, 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 top. They are on top, 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 top. Yeah.
Wow. Plies needs to call you now for a duet. You need to be featured on the next song. I just need to note that. I love that, and it is true.
Yeah.
And one thing about it is you can have all the pieces, but how do you put the puzzle together? And what Niele Ivey has done is just that. Yeah. She has put everyone in their roles, and every player has bought into what they're doing.
Absolutely, and we talk about the guard play, but I'm glad that Andrea Carter just told us about what they have in the post, and I know you're really big on 2K too. Just being able to have that post presence, and it's going to fare well against an NC State team who's developing their post right now.
I just love the versatility of the backcourt. I know we keep talking about it, but it was really amazing how last year Hannah Hidalgo burst on the scene and she was able to get this experience, get this confidence, then enters Olivia Miles back into the fold, and that's what makes them so scary.
And I wanted to add the line that I said, Hannah and Liv got two-way unlocked. Hannah Hidalgo and her defensive prowess and her peskiness, crazy.
Is she the best two-way player we've ever seen? That is a true question that can be debated.
It's a valid question, yeah, for sure.
Okay, you're up next.
Okay. I'm not gonna actually rap.
Dang it,
I don't know if I can pull that off, but
we got the sultry music for you.
That is so funny.
Okay, here we go. So many stars in women's college hoops. One of the brightest is Bueckers. The truth. 3 Final Fours, but yet to win a chip. Can she do it before she's the top pick? What a storybook ending that would be, as long as Fudd is knocking down her threes. With all these good teams, there could be a doubt, but UConn beat SC. Don't count them out.
Snaps, Taylor, snaps. It's poetry.
Sorry. I agree with you, because I led off the show actually talking about UConn, and I feel very much the same way as you. Look, you have to play your best ball at the right time, and that is what it feels like UConn is doing right now. And the emphasis, though, on your line about Azzi Fudd and how important she is to this team's overall success.
You notice that. I specifically mentioned Fudd because I think her emergence, when she is confident and shooting the ball well, it completely transforms the dynamic of this team and the ceiling of this team. And it sounds simple, but whether or not UConn wins a championship this year may simply come down to Azzi Fudd. Is she shooting the ball well?
And it might not be live and die by the three, but it's live and die by the combination of Sarah, Paige, and Azzi. I tried to rhyme again, but it didn't work. But anyway.
Valiant
Gosh darn it. But it's true, when they're all healthy together, this is a combination that Gino Auriemma saw years ago, Paige and Azzi being together, and they have been successful since her return to good health.
And at the end of the day, their head coach is Gino Auriemma, who has done this before. So when you have him at the helm, anything is absolutely possible when it comes to the postseason. All right, it's my turn. I'm going more poem.
Gosh darn.
Like Maria. I'm sorry, I'm not rapping. That's all for you. I can't steal your shine.
We're not brave enough.
Okay, mine involves the Tennessee Volunteers. When Kim Caldwell was hired, a lot of people said, Kim who? But she's quickly shown you what she can actually do. Tennessee racks up points, and they're ranked. Who would have thought? Coach of the Year is up for grabs. So what about Kim Caldwell? Why not?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Snaps.
So this is basically part of the show where I give credit where credit is due. And she is on the watch list for Naismith Coach of the Year with a bunch of incredible names. I'm part of the camp that believes Coach of the Year doesn't necessarily have to go to the coach of the best team. It can go to the coach who's done an incredible job with the expectations and what they had in front of them to work with, right? And that is really Kim Caldwell in a nutshell. She got this Tennessee job, and people were a little skeptical at first because she comes from a mid-major. Marshall has no power conference experience. What's she gonna do with that? at a place like Tennessee, where it's such a big brand, right? And there's people there who thought she doesn't come from the Tennessee Vols bloodline.
Yeah.
She cannot be part of this program. But very quickly, as I mentioned, she proved exactly what she can do. She brought in this high-powered offense, second in the country in scoring, 90 points per game. And she's done all of this with the cards she was dealt, right? A lot of players transferred out. She didn't have a ton coming through the high school pipeline. Look where they are now. Started the season unranked. They're 15th. The NCAA Women's Selection Committee actually has them as a 16 seed, which means they would potentially host in terms of the NCAA tournament right now. And there's a great stat in terms of what they've done this season versus last season. Look back at last year. 7 of their 13 losses by double figures. They only had 1 ranked win. This year, they have 3 ranked wins, by the way, and only 6 losses. Every single loss by 8 points or less, by 20 points combined.
That's how you know you have good coaching.
There you go.
And I think it's completely overlooked how much pressure it is. You mentioned it briefly, but to fulfill the legacy of Pat Summitt by not being a Lady Vol in general, going into that position is not an easy one. Coming from Marshall and having a distinct coaching style can go very wrong. But she made it go right. And I love when people are looking at the game and saying, oh, is this hockey swap normal? Yes, it's normal for Kim Caldwell, and it's working for her Lady Vols.
Yeah.
So far, she's been able to do what other prior Tennessee coaches that came through the Tennessee pipeline were unable to do, and that is establish a winning culture in year 1, which is crazy. And it just goes to show when you have a process that works in terms of preparation, when you have your distinct style and the characteristics of your specific coaching, game planning, all of that, like when you have that set and you're able to execute, it doesn't matter where you came from.
Right. I don't know if she wins Coach of the Year. There's so many great names, as I mentioned, but she definitely deserves to be in consideration. And oh, by the way, she's done all of this. No one on the list can say this, pregnant, giving birth mid-season, and then coming back just a couple of days later.